We open with a recap of what happened in the last episode. We know that whoever's helping the agents has been a former member of the Ultra Evolution Institute, possibly was a plant for the agents the entire time. Meanwhile, Tsurunuki and Shinobu are rather upset at the Kanto heat. You two could just, lose the long sleeves and sweaters. I think that might help a lot. Izumi suggests a beach episode because he saw that this anime needed one of those. I mean, what kind of weekly anime doesn't have a beach episode? So, some people are more excited than others. Shinobu isn't exactly the happiest camper. He is just shocked at the sheer size of the ocean because this is his first time seeing it. The entire Hayasugi family shows up, but they aren't the only ones. Tsurunuki's family is here too. Not pictured as his brother, who is on the ground. Shinobu also has a mom who is alive and well and is also a ninja. While we already met Tsurunuki and Hayato's families, Shinobu's mom is a lot like him. You may be wondering if Akata is the guy stuck with a family who is unlike him. You are 100% correct. She is a doting parent. She smothers him, and it is funny to watch every single time. I find this very adorable and endearing in so many ways. Anyways, I love this woman already, mainly because she brings all these wonderful desserts you see on screen. Momiji, I declare you one of my favorite characters. The kids have fun, the fourth wall is broken, and the villains have an evil plan. What's new? Obviously, forcing monsters to work together last time didn't go so well, so they have a new solution. Make the kids unable to work together. Let's have some more antics at the beach, from taking pictures at inopportune times, to not understanding the concept of being buried at a beach. Momiji, you're going to accidentally strike your son with that shovel. There's a reason why those things are used in trench warfare. Wait, did you actually bring that shovel with you, or did you steal it from someone else? Okay, this woman's more prepared than me when it comes to disasters. Okay, so leave it to Hayato to make a reference to trains about this whole doting helicopter parent thing. Thankfully, she gets called away by the other parents. Akata's more strict upbringing as a child of a hunter and a fisherman basically turned him into this serious stick in the mud. I mean, his grandfather did teach him to hunt in the mountains, so I'm not surprised about that. I do want to know more about Momiji's family, since it seems she is so different from both her father and married someone who is a lot like her father, who is a fisherman. Yes, we see that in a few flashbacks, but it's interesting enough that I want to see more of the story, which is also a good thing. In all seriousness, her father and husband must have gotten along quite well. Still, her worry lightens up when she does see him have fun with his friends, something other parents say that is perfectly normal. I really like this conversation a lot. We know parents in anime tend to be background characters, assuming they aren't dead, but this small conversation over what makes them worry and why they shouldn't worry and what their roles are is honestly pretty nice. Sure, these parents won't get a ton of characterization, but they aren't the focus of this, unless you're Hokuto. But speaking of Hokuto, giant monster attack. Right according to Izumi's plan. Izumi wants to get on the frequencies Iza used to communicate, so, they'll have an advantage over the agents and know what on earth is going on. Meanwhile, the kids are ready to leap into combat, but there's an issue here. Their moms will get suspicious if all four of them take off at once. So Akata sees where this is headed. Limit the number of people deployed at any given time. Don't draw too much suspicion. Distract the moms with the games. Robotic whales that shoot lasers are apparently the giant monstrous being of the week, because I guess laser sharks are under copyright. Actually, it's because of a whale song. Real-life whales use their songs to communicate. Whales that are giant monstrous robots use their song for another reason. Prevent other people from communicating. Jam the audio communications. Video is still up, so all according to plan. You see, the agents couldn't have the monsters work together, so they tried to jam the Shinkalion drivers from working together themselves. It's a great plan, all things considered. But since video communications work, we get a game of charades. Then, basically, HQ, aka just Hanjo at this point, gets frustrated at playing charades and just gets a pad and a marker and just tells him to get the hell out of there. Oh, and Shinobu's also here. So, okay, next round of deployment, Hayato, Akata, and Hokuto. Meanwhile, Azusa is distracting everyone's mom by having them play watermelon split. We know from the fact that they explained the plan earlier means that this plan is going to head south. It's called the law of explanations. The success of a given plan is inversely proportional to how much it is explained. They explained earlier that Akita is just going to shoot the cannons out of these giant orcas, and Hayato/Hokuto is going to blast them to smithereens. Yeah, not working so far. Momiji is actually awful at watermelon splitting until she gets a second wind. Using her son as motivation, she finds and smashes the melon in perfect 2. This is so perfect that everyone just looks utterly stunned. Oh, and now the kids have to go do the watermelon splitting. So yeah, it turns out your top secret organization bringing monitors onto a public beach is a bad idea. Why are you two facing the beachgoers? Why are you not facing the street? I guess people come and go there, but still, couldn't you have just hidden out in a van or something? At least this public display of top secret security incompetence allows Momiji to get on the line, and thankfully Akita can read lips. Giant monsters being down, we get the revelation that the Ultra Evolution Institute didn't tell the parents of these kids that they would be fighting, giant robot monstrous beings on a weekly basis. And apparently, why? Okay, so this episode, recap is over. Embarrassing Akita is always fun. Okay, fun little episode, but still. What the hell, Izumi? I do like how we get more of the parents on this and seeing them interact with both each other and their kids. And it's just the little things. This interaction is probably the best part of the entire episode, especially with Akita and his mom. But Izumi, what the hell? Like, did you not tell the parents the whole, oh, your child will leap into a giant robot and fight giant monsters on a weekly basis thing? I mean, you have museum workers and salespeople. I'm sure one of them could have sold the whole, we're going to Shinji Ikari your kid thing very well. I mean, considering when this takes place, the parents could reasonably have watched Evangelion as either teenagers or something, but still, what is wrong with you, Izumi? Think. Those are just my thoughts. Please consider liking, subscribing, tipping the channel on Ko-fi. This is Cyril signing off.